Morning.
Morning.
When we were hiking in Iceland, we met a guy called Mitch Hutchcraft, and he told us about his limitless attempts, whereby he leaves his house and by walking, running, cycling and swimming, he ends up on top of Everest. And he's doing all of that to raise money for a charity called SAVSIM. And SAVSIM is a charity that helps veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. It helps them with their mental health through conservation work and helping wildlife animals. So we are going to London. We're at the train station and we're going to walk across 16 London bridges to raise awareness for SAVSIM. This is the meeting place, Fulham War Memorial.
So why we're here? This is the first of many fundraisers and events leading up to September, when we go from England to the top of Everest.
We're off. First stop, Putney Bridge. This is the first of 16 bridges. This is Putney Bridge. Opened in 1886. 700 foot long. It's made of Cornish granite. Apparently replaced the 1729 timber bridge. And it's just downstream from where the Oxford-Cambridge boat race starts. That's Putney Bridge, the first one. We've just crossed over that. And now the second bridge is Fulham Railway Bridge, where the district line goes over it, but pedestrians can walk over it too. This is Fulham Railway Bridge. That's the district line. Opened in 1889. And that is the Thames River.
We are en route. We believe you.
This is Lisa trying to work out what the third bridge is called.
So we've done Putney and
Fulham.
I have no idea.
Wandsworth.
Oh,
But I have the app, so
you do have the and the sheets of paper.
it's not like I've got
Well, I
the
did
knowledge.
read them yesterday though, so I thought there might just be a little picture somewhere
In your head.
in my head, but there isn't.
Just walking round suburban London, heading towards the next bridge. We're a group of 15. I'm in the middle of the road getting beeped. It's a group video shot. Look how happy everyone is in the morning. We are just starting the third bridge. This is called Wandsworth Bridge, and apparently it's the least notable bridge in London. I don't know if that means it's the most boring bridge, but it was opened in 1940, and this blue paint on it apparently was camouflaged during the Blitz. We're just stepping off Wandsworth Bridge. And the next bridge is Battersea Bridge. That's the side of Wandsworth Bridge. You can see the blue paint much better from this walkway. That's Wandsworth Rail Bridge. We've just passed it. And we're heading off down the Thames towards Battersea Bridge. That's Battersea Bridge. It's the fourth bridge we're going to cross. Originally built in 1771. That's about 250 years ago. But demolished, rebuilt, and is now the narrowest road bridge across the Thames. This is our first steps on Battersea Bridge. Is that maybe Albert Bridge there? A very posh, regal looking bridge. There's an interesting array of boathouses down there at the end of Battersea Bridge. Leaving Battersea Bridge and taking some steps down Thames side. We're on the north side of the river now. This is the Albert Bridge, famous for being in a TV show called Made in Chelsea, but I've never watched it. And it's also known as the Trembling Lady.
Like Mitch took me on the coast.
So we're just entering Battersea Park and we're going to walk through Battersea Park en route to the next bridge. This is Billy, he's my godson, and he's just come to meet us to walk a couple of bridges with us. Between the Albert Bridge and the Chelsea Bridge there is a most welcome toilet stop, and next to the toilets is this place. We're going to have a 10-minute tea break. So we're now on Chelsea Bridge, which apparently is a self-anchored suspension bridge. It was opened in 1937, and when it was being built they found large amounts of Roman and Celtic artifacts, which has led historians to believe that this is Caesar's crossing point. Quick video of me, Lisa and Billy on Chelsea Bridge, and Billy's a Chelsea fan, so I thought this would be a good spot for a video. We've just walked under that bridge, Grosvenor Bridge, but it is a rail bridge and it's not one of the 16 that we're walking over. It's right by Battersea Power Station, which is that thing there with the big chimneys. And on we walk to Vauxhall Bridge. Bridge number 7. This is Vauxhall Bridge. Opened in 1906. And it's been in loads, apparently, of James Bond movies because it's right next to the MI6 building. And that's the MI6 building there on the left-hand side of the Vauxhall Bridge. Join in with me. Bum ba bum 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 ba da da da. Hey, awesome. See you later, Billy. We say goodbye at the foot of the MI6 building. We're walking towards Lambeth Bridge, and there's the first sight of the Houses of Parliament, the Palace of Westminster. And there's Big Ben. That's Lambeth Palace there. That's the London Eye. There we've got Big Ben in the distance. That's the next bridge we come to, Westminster Bridge. But for now we're on Lambeth Bridge. It's painted with pink bits. And we're getting very central London now. We've left suburbia. And as we come to the end of Lambeth Bridge, that is the MI5 buildings. We say goodbye to Lambeth Bridge. We're about to go down some steps and walk along Millbank, along the side of the Thames. There's the Elizabeth Tower, and Big Ben is inside the Elizabeth Tower, and just through there you can see the London Eye. And I have to catch up with the gang now, turn right, and we go over Westminster Bridge. And we are crossing Westminster Bridge. There's Big Ben, Palace of Westminster. That's where we've come from, and this is the way we're going. This is the London Eye, and we're going that way. We're going east, heading down the steps, Thames side again, walking towards the London Eye. Going past the London Dungeon, spooky. Going underneath the London Eye. Next stop, the Golden Jubilee Bridge, Hungerford. It's 12:20. We've been walking for 3 hours and 20 minutes. This is the Jubilee Bridge, and we are taking a 20-minute break. South Bank Centre. Let's find some loos. We need tea! After a lunch break, we're off again. This is the Golden Jubilee Bridge, and we're crossing it on one side and we're coming back on the other side. It was opened in 2002 to commemorate 50 years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Big Ben in the distance. When they made this bridge, they had to be careful not to crack into the Bakerloo line, and they also had to be careful to miss unexploded World War II bombs. So we're going over this side, turning round and going back across the other side. We've crossed Jubilee Bridge once. We did a little shimmy underneath some bridge and walked through a little walkway. Now we're walking back across Jubilee Bridge. This is the gang walking past Jubilee Bridge.
I know it's cost millions of pounds. And his sister goes.
That's everyone, that's our merry little band. As I look left at the end of Jubilee Bridge, I can see Waterloo Bridge. In 1815, Wellington beat Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo, and that bridge is named after that battle. And we're gonna walk down these steps here, walk along the Thames, and then back over Waterloo Bridge. Walking past the South Bank Centre again. About an hour ago we were in there having a wee-wee. We're just approaching our next bridge. We're going up past the side of the National Film Theatre, up these steps, and then double back on Waterloo Bridge.
Yes.
I'm looking back on Jubilee Bridge with the London Eye there and Big Ben in the distance, and I'm on bridge number 11 for Waterloo Bridge. We're coming to the end of it now. There's a ceasefire rally, anti-war rally. We are in the city of London. There's Queen Victoria, and this is Blackfriars Bridge. Bridge number 12, built in 1869. And we're heading south over the bridge. The purple railings of Blackfriars Bridge. You're on, hello! Nice one. At the end of Blackfriars Bridge, we're stopping for a toilet break at Doggett's Riverside Bar. Looking at St Paul's Cathedral there, and we're about to cross bridge number 13, the Millennium Bridge. When I first walked over the Millennium Bridge many years ago, it was wobbly. They fixed it, but I think they still call this the Wobbly Bridge. The bridge number 13, the Millennium Bridge. So on Millennium Bridge, people have spat their chewing gum out, and then some artist has made art out of it. There's several of those bits of gum. And that's us walking towards St Paul's Cathedral. And I can confirm, boing, 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 Wobbly Bridge is no longer wobbly. As you're crossing Millennium Bridge, you turn back and look, you can see Shakespeare's globe there. And there's Southwark Bridge, the green one. And in the distance, you can see our end point, Tower Bridge. That's a nice close-up of St Paul's Cathedral. And we turn right and head to our next bridge. Bridge number 14, Southwark Bridge, opened in 1921 and featured heavily, apparently, in the film Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. St Paul's in the distance. We've just reached the end of Southwark Bridge. And it's time to cross over and drop down some steps again. That's Southwark Bridge. That's Cannon Street Railway Bridge, but we're not crossing that one. So we're going to stop for a coffee before we hit bridge number 15. The Golden Hind, a replica of Sir Francis Drake's ship. That's London Bridge with Borough Market sprawling underneath the bridge. And we're going to find a place to have a coffee. 2 more bridges to go. London Bridge and Tower Bridge. We just had a coffee and now it's back through Borough Market to London Bridge. We're just stepping onto London Bridge, bridge number 15. And this incarnation of London Bridge was opened in 1973.
see a lot of you on Instagram. This is fundraising for
Well, for you. Mitch is about to bring
HMS Belfast in front of Tower Bridge. We've just come to the end of London Bridge, and then we've got to weave our way around the streets somehow to our final destination, Tower Bridge. Nice one. So we get to go down some steps and walk Thames side. That's London Bridge. It's the Tower of London. Tower Bridge, built in 1886. Bridge number 16 for us. Should we have a selfie?
Final one.
Hey.
Hey.
yeah, living in the one.
Yeah.
Big hello, well done everyone. Top job. So as we approach the 16th bridge, Tower Bridge, I've just looked at my watch and we've walked just over 15 miles.
Nice.
Not bad, it's been a great day. It's flat walking, so it's nice and easy. But what a great way to see London.
I see.
Hey.